Hello, my name is Olivia and I'm a young rep and young trustee for Young Epilepsy. And today I'll be interviewing the talented Lottie Moss.
Hi guys, I'm Lottie Moss. I guess I'm a model and personality.
So today I'll be asking Lottie a few questions, mainly around mental health and her career. So let's get started. So the first question I have to ask you is, tell me a bit about your career so far and your personal highlights, because I bet you've had some pretty amazing experiences.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. So I started modeling when I was like 16. Honestly, I've had so many highlights. Like I worked with Bulgari, which is like a famous like jewelry brand. That was amazing. Did lots of stuff with them. Traveled to like LA, traveled to Hong Kong, traveled to Berlin. I traveled to loads of places with them. And then I've done lots of editorials, which were amazing as well. I've done Elle. I did French Vogue with Lucky Bluesmith. And then I also did American Vogue with Bella Hadid and Kylie Jenner, which was amazing. That was great.
But you've done a lot then. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
This leads me to my next question. As you talked about travel, it looks as if traveling is a big part of your career. How do you manage your well-being whilst crossing time zones and the effects this can have, such as sleep deprivation?
Honestly, I struggle with ADHD, so I have like, I mean, I'm just like always, like on it, like trying to find the next best thing. I have a very model personality, as some might say. Like I'm a very hectic person. As you can tell, I talk a lot. But yeah, I think like trying to keep a balanced schedule of like working out and also just like, going to sleep properly and, like getting, enough sleep and stuff for your job is really important. I struggled a lot with like my ADHD and substance abuse in the past. And it's like, it's been very difficult for me because when you get in that sort of thing, it's really hard to have a schedule because you're going to bed late, you're waking up, having 3 hours sleep or 2 hours, and it's just like, it's very scattered. My biggest advice is to just, work out regularly, take vitamins, keep a nice, good sleep schedule, and just like focus on what you want to do in your career. And then I think you'll succeed.
No, it's really weird that you say that because I'm literally getting tested for ADHD right now. So I can.
Are you?
Yeah, so I completely get what you mean by hectic and how sometimes you don't fall off the wagon, but you can get distracted in everything around you. And sometimes,
oh God, yeah,
you try to go a little bit downhill. Well, not down, yeah, a little bit downhill. And I was a bit of a rebellious teenager myself, so I can completely relate.
It is crazy, like how you can just like fall into the wrong things. And I think my ADHD was like a big thing for that. Like I just was always looking for the next best thing. I don't know if you find that. Like I never wanted the party to end. I always wanted to be like going somewhere else. I can never stay in one place for too long. I would always be like, let's go to this place, let's go to that place, let's go to And like people like, and I also talk so quickly, you have to stop me. I talk so quickly and people are like, I have no idea what you're saying, especially when I'm like talking to foreign people, like even Americans, they're like, whoa, slow down. I'm like, and
if they're all chilled out as well and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just never chilled out. I'm just like loud and like woo. But like I love that about my personality. But I think not being on the right medication kind of was a bit of a downfall for me. And like I struggled with that because I didn't really know what was wrong with me. I like had no idea that this was even a thing. Like when I was younger, like ADHD people didn't get tested for ADHD. You were just like, you were just distracted, or because I wasn't dumb, like I got good grades, but I just couldn't focus in class. It was just all these different things going on. I wanted to talk and I wanted to like, I didn't want to focus on things that I didn't really have an interest in. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like we've had the same childhood.
Yeah. But it's weird when you talk to other people with ADHD, it's really interesting. And like, obviously like Hum should give you my number and you should just text me whenever you like struggle or anything,
please,
because genuinely like I've only just discovered this ADHD as well, and I'm just like it's so crazy like to think that like I've never really spoken to anyone that I know has had it, so it's just like nice to like converse with people that kind of understand you more. Keep friends around you that are like good people, because that was like a bad thing that I did. Like I had great friends, and because they cared about me and my well-being, I neglected them because I didn't care about my well-being and my health. And now like obviously I've fixed those friendships and stuff, but it really can be so detrimental. And like if I could tell my 20-year-old like 18-year-old self that, like I think things would have gone really differently. honestly just trust your instincts, because it's normally like right.
I completely agree with everything you just said. So I'll go
Great.
to the third question, because I feel like we could just keep talking and talking.
Yeah, go for it. Sorry, I'm such a
No,
blabber.
I'm the exact same. So question 3 is, where do you get your fashion inspiration from, and what is your favourite fashion era and why?
So my fashion inspiration, genuinely, my fashion kind of changes day to day, but I mean, definitely like Pamela Anderson in the 90s is like my ideal like style. She absolutely just bossed everything. Also, I love like Paris Hilton style. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. She's a friend of mine. She's great, and I absolutely love her style. She's
That's incredible.
an icon.
My fashion's quite chilled out, I think, but it does change day to day on how you feel, what you're doing, and things like that. But I think even if you notice with your friends, there's always something like, oh, I wouldn't wear that. This is definitely sort of my sort of style, and that's what I quite like. Fashion's so individual, which is
exactly. It really is.
Number 4. You've been really open about your struggles with managing your mental health recently. What have you found that's worked for you?
So genuinely, like, this quarantine has really helped me focus on myself, because I think I'm one of those people, like, I look out for everyone else apart from myself. I've always been like that with boyfriends, with, you know, friends and stuff like that. I care more about like other people than I do about myself, which is like it's a good thing, but it's also can be quite a bad thing, can be quite detrimental. So yeah, I honestly just like started to like focus more on what I want out of life. Like, after moving to LA, I genuinely just found other people that were like creatives and people that I just vibed with more, and like they made me want to do better as well, because I saw that they were all doing these great things, and genuinely they like actually really like, it was like almost really inspiring to watch other people that are like very passionate about things. And I think that really helped me. And then obviously just coming back to England and staying here for like 2 months in the same house with my family has genuinely, like, I've been reading like self-help books. I've been focusing on what I want, and just like I've been writing down little things like in my like notepad, and manifesting things that I want in the future, even if it's like it seems like it's ridiculous, like I want to be a famous actress or whatever, like whatever it is that you want to be, or I want to be a famous singer or whatever. Just write it down and just manifest it, because like genuinely, if you believe you can do things, like you truly can. I just had to take advantage of like the opportunities that I have right in front of me, and stop getting distracted by other things.
No, I think when it comes to mental health, I think, one, it's so great that you're so open about it, because especially on social media, there are so many, I think, young people who don't know where to turn. And when you have someone
100%.
and you're in that sort of life and you're so open about it, it does bring a sort of humbleness and like realness. Like,
yeah, you know, I really tried to be, and I got some messages from girls, because I'm actually working on a case at the moment. Me and a few girls have got together about a case that happened 3 years ago, where a girl was, it's a really horrible story, but she was raped and drugged, and she actually ended up dying of a GHB overdose due to you know, misbehavior in the nightlife industry, and these guys that just, you know, completely took advantage of her, and are still to this day in the nightlife industry taking advantage of young women. And it upsets me so deeply that there are these young girls out there that I see them on my Instagram and stuff, and they have no idea, and they come to places like London and LA, and they come to these nightclubs, and they have no idea the actual reality of like how dark people can be and how evil people are. And I'm just like, it's something that I'm so passionate about, and we're really trying to work towards, you know, speaking to different nightclubs and speaking to the DA to try and reopen this case, to try and bring awareness to these, because I see all these young girls and I feel so sorry for them. I think I've had a few messages after I posted something about it that have said, you know, I've been through a situation like that, I didn't know where to turn to, and it's so great that you speak out about these things, because you know what it is, I'm not embarrassed that I have ADHD, I'm not embarrassed that I've had substance abuse problems, I'm not embarrassed that I've been sexually harassed. Like, it's one of those things that you need to stand up and you need to talk about in order for other people to feel comfortable to speak about it too.
100%, like, too right. Like, I think at the end of the day, we've all got stuff that we're dealing with, and the more that we're open about it with other people, everyone can sort of, you know, shout from the top of their lungs and everything will be okay. So yeah. It's like, it's It's incredible
Find
that fashion
and I think
influences
especially
your
when
mood
a lot of young
and
girls,
what
they're
you'll
so
go to
vulnerable
out. And
for a
I
good
went to my
chill
first
day.
nightclub when I was 16. That's not
Okay,
a
so
great age.
100%.
Yeah,
No,
so
I literally dress
yeah,
to my
there we
mood.
go.
Like,
So
I
it's
will
one of
wear
those
like
things where you
all
sort of
pink
have to
sometimes,
prepare
like
kids
really
for their
cutesy,
yeah,
like
young girls
pink
for their
nails, pink
future.
hat,
And
like
if we
pink,
can do
like
that,
little
and
like pink paper, like
why
little
not?
pink
So,
clips. Like I'll wear like
so great.
the
Yeah.
cutest little pink outfit, like a mini skirt and like heels.
So the
And
fifth
then
question
sometimes I'll
is,
be like, no, I'm gonna
do
be
you-
grungy. Like I'll go to like a concert or something with my friend, and we'll be going to like an emo concert or something, and I'll literally wear like all black, like chunky shoes, like black, like mini skirt. Like I'm like, it's my mood completely changes. Like I just dress to like whatever I want, and I used to be really scared of dressing how I wanted to dress, but now I'm just like, I don't care.
trying to reach their goals?
Genuinely, as I was saying, like nothing is unreachable, like literally nothing. Like I made this, like, so I actually can show you this. I made a little thing. I made this little thing in my like notepad where I put like, I just wrote down, what do I want to be? And then I made like a mind map, and I just wrote down like, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but I just wrote down like loads of different little things that like I kind of want to do for myself. I was like, I want to like have a huge house in LA. I want to, you know, make lots of money. I want to like potentially start acting. I want to do this. I want to start up another brand. Like, and I just wrote all these things down, and like, and then I wrote personality attributes, and then I wrote all the things that I would like to be as a person. And then I wrote places I wanted to go, and then things that I want to do when I'm outside of quarantine. And I think like writing things down like that can really help clear your mind and just kind of inspire you to like, you know, think, oh well, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. If you write down things, like it genuinely just gets it out of your head, which is such a nice thing to do, because I think we all sit there and we have like in our minds all the time, and things go on, and you know, it can be a lot to have in one place. So I think, yeah, just don't think that anything's ridiculous or too, you know, too crazy to do. Just go for it, because if you don't try, you'll never know. So, and
you don't want any regrets either. So
yeah, exactly. And I don't want any regrets. And like I have a few regrets, I'm not gonna lie, but like I want to keep going and, you know, move past from that and, you know, do better. So
good. So that was a great interview, Lottie, and it's been great meeting you. And
yeah, it's lovely to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.